Okay. Hey, it's Cole. I'm back for another video. Today it's for a vegan group from the college or Texas State, where I attend college, and it's kind of like a mentor thing that I wanted to do with some of my videos. So this is one of them, but I'm still gonna post it to YouTube just because um, anyone can use it. I mean, it's the right information. So basically, what I'm going over today is protein sources as a vegan. I know it's like a annoying issue to have to talk about with people. Um, Let me fix. I know, right? My little whale tail. Ooh, all right. Looks weird under a hat. That's better. All right. That's gonna bother me forever. Okay. So basically, protein sources as a vegan. Um, so is protein important? Is you know the main topic of conversation, and yeah, I would say it's extremely important. Um, while it's hard to be protein deficient on any diet, um, it's something you want to keep in mind. Um, so first of all, is it possible to get enough protein on a vegan diet? Yes. I mean, absolutely. Um, yeah, it is. But I could go through what I eat in a day. Typically I start my day off with some oats. So you can do a cup or 2 cups of oats. One of my favorite things to do, which I haven't done in a while, is take 2 cups of oats or less and blend it in a blender with like frozen mango, preferably. It's a good texture, and maybe some kale, and that gives you around like 30 grams of protein from 28 grams coming from 2 cups of oats, and then several grams from a few cups of kale. And then for lunch, I like to have some sort of bean and a grain. So usually for bean, I like lentils, which are really high in protein. So in like a cup, I would get 40 grams of protein, which is really nice. And then I add, sometimes a grain or like a rice. Lately, I've been adding. Oh no, I'm charging my laptop, so bye bye. Um, for either lunch or dinner, when I have lentils, I've been adding Amy's. Oh, Amy's little organic soup because it has in a can 16 grams of protein. So add that to 40, and that's 56 grams of protein just for lunch, which is great. That replaces your like chicken meal or any sort of meat-based protein that you'll have in a day. Um, and if I have that for lunch, then I won't usually have it again for dinner unless I'm really focused on training and really counting how much protein I'm getting, because it's an easy number to just 56, like just know it. Because I like to get at least 100, and preferably around my body weight. I'm 160, so I like to get it somewhere close, which isn't always possible. Not because it's a vegan diet, just because I'm not the biggest. I don't eat a ton, which if you look at my Instagram, that's debatable. But some days I just don't want to eat too much, and my stomach can act up. Normal stuff. But if I don't, so if I have that for lunch, then for dinner, you can have anything. I mean, for me, it's here we have a place in San Marcos called Zuko's or Zuka's. I should know. I go there every day, and I get a giant burrito with beans, rice, refried beans. So I mean black beans, then refried beans, and then vegetables and all that stuff, which is just a lot of protein. The thing is like, so like a Chipotle burrito, which I call like a sissy burrito because it doesn't mean anything. It doesn't, especially on a vegan diet, they don't give you anything. So it's about that big. It's like huge. which I don't care how much protein's in it. There's a ton. It's beans, rice, and like a big wheat tortilla. Um, so there's a ton of protein in that. But and then you can add tofu, which I'm saying this not because there's a Zukas near you, but because um, it's likely you have like a Freebirds, which is basically the same thing. Freebirds is like $2 more expensive usually for like around the same size. But yeah, here I've been doing that because I've been bulking and just want to gain a lot of weight, a lot of muscle. And I keep my fat intake low so I don't add oils to what I eat. Um, but yeah, I'm very high carb. So some days, so for breakfast, I'm jumping all around, but I'm not going to edit this, I don't care. For breakfast, I'll have either that kind of like smoothie with 2 cups of oats, kale, mango, or some days I'll do like a raw till 4 style breakfast where it's 8 to 11 bananas and half a cup to a cup of dates in a smoothie, just with water, and that's like a super high carb, over 1,000 to like 1,400 calorie breakfast, which it has per banana it's a gram of protein. So let's say 10, and then a cup of dates is like 3 or 4, so 13 or 14, which isn't a lot. But for those days, it's like you want the energy, little protein, and then you have like a big protein lunch and dinner or whatever. Which don't stress out about protein. If you're a girl, don't stress about protein. No one cares. If you're a girl, you'll be fine. Keep it high carb, low fat, moderately low protein. It doesn't matter. Don't let anyone tell you that as a female, oh, you need this amount per gram, or I mean per pound of body weight. Eat till you feel fine while trying to keep it low fat. Like, don't let people tell you you need to restrict how much you eat, especially on a vegan diet. As long as you keep it low fat, and we don't have animal fat, animal protein, which have been correlated with weight gain, even when accounted for calorie intake. So if you like restrict calories on someone, which you would technically lose weight with an animal protein or animal fat, people have still gained weight. So we don't worry about that. And I'm talking to you vegans and the vegan club at Texas State that don't worry about that. So basically, but if you're a dude, depends on your goals. My goals are to gain muscle like anyone else, like a meat eater. You would eat more protein, eat more carbs, complex carbs, rices, starches, potatoes, oats, all that stuff. Yeah, it's just what you want to do. If you want to stay lean, so skinny, then yeah, eat till you're comfortable. You're just like, yeah, I'm good. And if you don't work out, you won't need as many calories. But if you work out, you might up it by 1,000, 2,000. Depends what you're doing. If you're doing like a raw till 4 type deal where they get a lot of calories because you just need it. Because if you're eating raw till 4, you're eating raw fruits and vegetables. If you don't know what being raw vegan is, it's where you don't cook your food. So you have raw fruits, raw vegetables, nuts and seeds, which I'm not, about. I don't agree with it because in long term it's not sustainable. There's no study showing that it is sustainable long term. But if you're into it, good, as long as you're healthy. Don't let someone tell you what to do, But personally, that's why I choose not to. But anyway, if you're doing raw till 4, what you need to worry about is getting enough calories to have enough energy. So you just eat a lot. The reason people think it's crazy to eat 30 bananas a day, if you haven't heard about that, that's a thing, and it's not a crazy thing. The reason people think it's impossible is because they eat, like burgers, fries, and filling stuff with tons of fat. And you're like, oh, I'm satisfied. Oh, but I've had 2 bananas once, and it wasn't very filling. But 30 bananas sounds too much, or too little, or, and it's only because so much of your calories would be coming from bananas that you would have to eat a lot because each banana has like give or take 100 calories. So to function as a normal human, you need at least 2,000. But on a raw till 4 diet, you'll reach 3-4,000 and you'll feel great. So, but yeah, for weight loss, I would always recommend a raw till 4 diet. Always. Girls, if you want to lose weight, raw till 4, just do it. Don't worry about it. You'll feel great. Look up videos by Durian Rider and Freely, the Banana Girl. They're controversial. They cuss a lot. But they have good information, and it's great. But if you want to gain weight, like I said, eat a ton of protein. Always keep your fat low because you can shred body fat while you're gaining muscle. There's a really annoying misconception in the fitness community that you can't gain muscle and lose fat at the same time. The idea is that you have to gain muscle and then shred down. That's so stupid. Okay? I've taken fat off my stomach while gaining muscle. I've gained 20 pounds of muscle in the past almost 3 years, which, depending who you ask, sounds like a lot or sounds like a little. It's everyone's journey. But don't let someone tell you you can't lose weight and gain muscle. You're losing fat off your body. So yeah, but I'm rambling, but I'm still not used to these kind of vlog videos, and I kind of wanted to keep it honest since I'm doing this for the vegan club, and keep it kind of language clean and be very nice and wear my hat. But yeah, if you do raw till 4, make sure to keep bananas on hand and dates. So if you've never heard of a date, because a lot of people haven't, I didn't before I was vegan a few years ago. I'd only heard of them in Indiana Jones, where they're eating dates and the monkey eats one, and the guy stops him from eating it because the monkey's dead. No one else has seen that, have they? Okay. Dates. So here's dates. I'll show you a date. They're very sugary fruit. This is what a date looks like. Oh, that's intense. The best ones, I think these are old. I need to throw these out. But the best ones are like juicy and ripe. But on that same note, don't be afraid of sugar. Do not, I repeat, do not be afraid of sugar. There's a very big misconception about sugar in our society where people equate fruit sugar with processed sugar or a Snickers bar and all this nonsense where it's a lot of like complicated science to get into it, and I'm not confident enough to quote it, but basically our bodies run off glucose, so we store glycogen in our muscles and we use it up. Okay, so this whole idea that you store this sugar and starches convert to sugar, which stores in your body, is false. Don't let people tell you, oh, you're eating too much sugar. Oh, that fruit has sugar. You're gonna get fat. I've never seen a fat fruitarian. I've never seen a fat vegan who eats a ton of fruit. You just don't. Who do you see that's overweight? I shouldn't say fat. I don't like that term. But who do you see that's overweight, obese? It's people that eat McDonald's. It's people that eat a ton. You think, oh, people who have diabetes eat a ton of sugar. Look at what else is in their food. It's fat. What's in their donut? Fat. What's in their Snickers bar? Fat. There's so much fat in all of these foods that are causing diabetes, and also it's animal protein, animal saturated fat, if you look at those. But if you look at the sugar-filled foods, fat comes along with it, which, if we get technical, if you sample someone's fat tissues or fat stores in their body, you can find where that source came from. I mean, that's fact. You can seriously take a sample of someone's fat tissue, go to a lab and find, oh, it was from an olive oil, or it's from olive oil or coconut oil or animal fat. You can find it. So it's directly stored into adipose tissue, which is the fat you wear, which is the whole idea behind the fat you eat is the fat you wear. So when it comes to sugar, I don't limit my sugar. Even processed sugar, which, you can debate me. If you want to be a purist, you can debate me. If you want to be a raw vegan and you go, oh, but it's processed and it's chemicals, yeah, a lot of the time. But we're going to die at some point. and I'll be just as healthy with a little processed sugar in like a vegan protein bar or vegan, you know. And then some mornings, this is something I've been testing for myself because it's something during Ryder and Freely, the Banana Girl, do, is they'll put cane sugar in their smoothie. So like a banana and date smoothie, like I was talking about, which is what I like to do for a good energy boost, depending on my like workload for the day, fitness workload. They'll add like half a pound of sugar, pure sugar, into their smoothies, and they're the thinnest people I've ever seen. They're both cyclists as well, so that, you know, but they need a lot of energy, and so to boost their sugar content, they put in processed sugar, which we can debate how it's stored. I would claim it isn't, but you know, I'm not here to tell you I'm right. I'm here to tell you what works for me and what I've researched and looked into 3+ years as a vegan. And yeah, so take it or leave it. But this whole video is supposed to be about protein, but I kind of went into my whole spiel on diets. I guess lastly, or not lastly, I could go on forever. I'll probably make a part 2 to this just so I can ramble on more because, you know, it's been a long day and this just feels good. Plug in my computer. I'm not editing any of this, even if I start. I don't care. Another thing, don't let people, even vegan people, convince you need a protein powder. Okay, we all know what protein powder is, right? I hope. Okay. If you don't, it's just an isolated form of protein from either a non-vegan source, which is whey protein, which is just a byproduct of the cheese industry. Sorry, it's a byproduct of cheese, so it's just junk that has protein in it. So you sell it in a bottle for $50 and make a profit because people aren't educated. And we can go into why whey is bad in another video because I don't feel like talking about stuff to convince you vegans to go vegan because you're already vegan. Yes, good job. So here's my protein powder. I mean, you can look at it. I don't even take it at all anymore because I don't believe in them. I bought it here because it was cheap. But basically, if you're eating a rounded, whole food, plant-based diet, you're getting enough protein. There are people who eat, and again, it's for your needs. It's what are you doing? Do you want to gain muscle? Do you want to lose weight? If you want to gain muscle, yeah, up the protein, but you don't need to take a protein powder. You just need more protein. So more beans, legumes, nuts, seeds, oats, rice, grains. Throw in some wheat in there. Fruits and vegetables, kale is packed with protein. So eat, and then you're getting more calories. So let me show you. In a scoop of this, which has like 16 grams of protein, usually I would do 2, because if I'm going to do it, I'm going to go hard, go hardcore with it. So I'll do like 32 grams of protein. But the total calories for one scoop is 83 calories, which is like nothing. Your body won't run on that. So, and it's like, well, Cole, you're doing it for a protein. Yeah, but 83 calories, is that worth the money you're paying for this many servings of protein powder when you could have like a can of beans, which is, let's see, these serving sizes are wrong, and I'll tell you in a minute why. But let's say, let's cut that in half, just double it. 240 calories from a can of black beans, which again is still low because you want to get, a few thousand a day. But I eat like 2 cans of beans, and I don't even usually eat canned beans. I usually make a whole plate of stuff. But so because when you're getting this 15 grams of protein, you're also getting carbs, which help with energy, help with muscle gain, and the like. So just eat your whole plant-based foods. As long as you're eating enough calories, you'll get enough protein. And there's enough people on the internet, vegans especially, do this, where they'll say either you don't have to worry about protein, or they'll say you have to worry about protein. I'm on the first choice. If you're a girl, I don't care. Eat enough calories. Eat 3,000 calories. Eat 4,000 calories. do a raw till 4, and I promise you, you'll lose weight if that's your goal, or if you want to sustain. But if you want to sustain, wouldn't you like to have good energy? If your weight's not fluctuating, wouldn't you want to just be like, I want to maintain, but I could use more energy instead of drinking coffee? We'll do a raw till 4, and you'll have tons of sugar in your system, sustaining throughout the day to where you'll feel great while sustaining your weight. But if you want to lose weight, raw till 4. It's shedding that fat off your body. And high sugar, high carb fruit diets with vegetables and your starches later in the day, which is why it's raw till 4, because at 4 o'clock you cook your food again. Try to keep it unprocessed and low fat is the key to raw till 4. But yeah, that's amazing. That's a best way to lose weight, I promise you. And you get to eat as much as you want, and it's cheap, because bananas I bought in at HEB. We go HEB, right? San Marcos. The basket, the red whatever handle. Like one of those full of bananas, I think almost piling over for I think $5, $6, $7 at the most, and that's organic. If you want to go conventional, it's like $4 tops for a huge thing of bananas. They're like 44 cents a pound for conventional, and it can range 70 to 80 cents a pound for organic. So the difference is up to you. I think I would recommend organic, but either way, there's no excuse. It's so cheap. Cheap as breakfast, and you don't eat the whole basket in a day. It'd probably last you a few days. But yeah, so losing weight, just get enough calories, and gaining weight, get an excess of calories, because you'll need it, because you're at the gym, because you're trying to repair your muscles. You're trying to look like a douchebag with your beanie and your singlet, your headphones, you're flexing. But because I'm about to go to the gym, this is just what I wear every day. No, I'm going to the gym in a minute. But I thought I'd make a video to just kind of get some thoughts out and kind of help, because it's been a while since I made a video, and I promised I'd make a lot of videos before summer. It's almost summer, so I got to do like 1 or 2 a day to have an archive going. But yeah, so sources of protein, you can get it even from fruits if you just eat enough. Vegetables especially, beans, legumes, grains, nuts and seeds. And just be happy. Just eat till your heart's content. But the thing is, if you keep it low fat and you eat till you're full, so like fruits, vegetables, everything I just listed, and you eat till you're sustainably full, and you're just like good till lunch, good till dinner, you're gonna reach the results you want. And I would recommend similar calories for someone who loses weight on a vegan diet and someone who wants to gain weight on a vegan diet. And that's confusing to people, because a calorie is a calorie, and you'll gain weight if you're eating more calories, but you'll lose weight if you're eating less calories. But guess what? You'll also lose weight if you're not eating all. You're like anorexic. You'll lose weight if you're a cigarette smoker. You'll lose weight if you have cancer. Just because you lose weight doesn't mean you're doing it right. And there's a big misconception with Atkins and paleo and all these diets that are low carb, low calorie, and it's ridiculous. I wouldn't lie to you about this. It's just try it. Try it before you tell me it's wrong. Before you tell me, I don't know what I'm talking about. How do you know? Try it. I encourage you to try all of these things. If you want to build muscle, I'll encourage you to do that, and I'll help you with further videos. Talk to me about it. And also losing weight. I would love to help anyone I can with any of their goals, or just sustaining, or just trying new stuff. I'm not the best cook, is the thing. I keep my food very simple, because I just want it high protein, high carb, and then fruits and like smoothies and stuff. So, I'm not great with recipes. You'll have to ask someone else to do that. There are plenty of people in the vegan community all about the recipes. And I'd rather you go to them than watch me like messing up a baked good. But I have advice for